fine. So you did your national service and then you come out in 1959, and did you go back to Muirheads at that point?
Yes, I come back and Jackie Smith was still there.
Okay.
And obviously I was going to the Police.
Aye.
And Jackie took the band on as they had been playing very well in the championships.
Yep.
And I was started in 1960. And I played there until Bob Hardy came.
In 1964.
1964. I thought it was 3, I've got to tell my story.
Okay, carry on.
In actual fact, the band come back from America, Donald Shaw.
Yeah.
And there was people asked to go, and they were pretty. The people that could go, or the people that Alec wanted to go.
So that was to America?
No, he was going back to play for Invergordon.
Aye, okay.
So I was asked
to go to Invergordon.
Aye, and I had just finished through at Strathclyde, and I said to myself, well, I've got a job up there. I didn't go for a fee for piping. I went and got a job, shows if the...
So you weren't working with Strathclyde Engineering?
No, it was in Invergordon I was working.
Aye, but you left there to go up to Invergordon.
I did, because I felt that I'm not wanting money for playing.
Right, so
I want a salary, I've got a good degree.
Okay.
So that's what I was wanting.
So did you get a job up in Invergordon?
I got a job, aye.
What did you work at there?
Chief Production Engineer.
Okay, aye. So you did a interesting job up there with Invergordon, and you played with the band under Duther, eh?
Yes, indeed.
How long did Invergordon last?
Well, we started practicing, that would be just getting, it would be 64.
Aye.
64.
Okay, no bother. It says 64 to 68 here.
That's right.
Right. So were you the 4 years with Invergordon?
I was for Alec, you know, and I mean, I had played with Alec then for, you know, somebody that it's more than a band.
Aye.
You know?
Aye.
But the unfortunate thing, I had a horrific car smash. And I was in the hospital for a year.
Okay.
You know?
During this time?
During this time.
Okay.
So I never caught the last band.
The last bit of the Invergordon? Aye.
They won the European that year.
Yeah.
And they never got the Worlds or any time. Then the financial situation
changed.
Invergordon
changed.
And it was Glasgow, no Glasgow people, it was London.
Aye.
Just became a big, there's what, 500 people in the facility, you know?
Aye. So they changed their sponsorship then, eh?
Changed their sponsorship, they wouldn't finance
the pipe band.
So you know, the Kit Kennel, Kit Reynolds that came from Ireland. He was the only one, he was actually planted because he had no place to go anyway.
Okay.
So he took on Alec and me. I was limping a bit, but Donald, Ian MacLeod phoned us up, and he wanted me and Alec, you know.
So did you get down and join Ian MacLeod?
So we went down, joined Ian MacLeod.
Edinburgh City Police Pipe Band. And he made a lovely job of that band as well.
Oh yes, Another Donald. You know who?
Yeah.
It had to be right.
Oh it's a first class. So you were there, according to my notes here, in 1968 to 1970.
Yes.
Aye. And that was really fun. They were at their peak, wasn't it?
Aye, but what happens in the Glasgow Police, I don't know if it was here, they always had a situation where if they put out too many people that were wanting the band, but they weren't a policeman.
Aye.
It always happened.
So you're talking about the civilians playing in a police pipe band.
And then what happens is the chief. The chief doesn't want any people outside.
Okay, doesn't want civilians playing the band. Aye.
In the band, you know.
So that wasn't the position with the City of Glasgow Police Pipe Band, which was all police right up until about a decade ago or something, less than that. But Edinburgh City Police took on civilian players an early juncture. Well, John Burgess is a prime example, for instance, you know. That would never have happened with the Glasgow Police. And that's not a criticism, it's just I'm stating a fact here. But you were, and Alec were civilian drummers in the band, and of course somebody obviously took a dim view for some reason or at that time. And so did you move on then back to Shots?
Well, I moved to Shots band.
So Alec...
but I stayed in Falta, you know.
Aye.
And so that was
so it was quite handy for you.
It was handy for me, and Alec went back, and of course there had been a great war during the Invergordon.
Aye.
And the McAllisters.
Aye.
And they left. John walked out.
Aye.
You know, and I think the other brother, he did. So it was he was the youngest in law. He had kept the band there, but obviously not with the same quality player. Except one of the drummers was Billy Stevenson.
Aye.
Who Billy was he was going to go to America and Australia, and he stayed a while, maybe a year, and then he just packed it in and he got a job out in Australia.
So who was in the drum corps with you under Alec Duther at Shots when you went back?
Well, that would go from 70 up to 85.
Okay, so who was with you initially?
Me was Alec, was obviously the man.
Aye.
Billy was second, but he went away. So he, there was other people come along. Bert Barr come along in the band. He had remained in the band.
Yes.
The other people were getting to the bottom of the tier as we got up with some young guys. You had Mr. Kilpatrick, who was only, the lad would be 13, maybe 4.
Aye, yeah.
And
again, we've interviewed him in Peter's Persuasion and
of course
his interviews there.
Of course you would know that Tam Bryn was his uncle.
Aye.
So that's how he got in the band.
Okay.
And Alec kept them. And then you come along in the days of the Scullions.
Aye.
That's real good stuff.
Aye.
Because they had 3 came, and I think they only played about twice, and they got homesick. And John Scullion was the guy that stayed. And eventually the band was splitting up with Alec, him and John. No, I'm trying to get that. Who was the pipe major?